Welcome back. You're still watching Business Morning on Channels Television, and today on the program we're still looking and talking agriculture, because that's one sector that has really gotten so much attention from the federal government as well as state governments and other stakeholders in the industry, because it can be a very huge foreign exchange earner for Nigeria and of course put food on the table of all Nigerians. But then there's this issue of climate change. How much of this can actually affect agriculture development in the country? Well, to talk more about this, I'm being joined by Biodun Oladapo. He's the chairman of Olua Integrated Farms. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning, and thank you so much for taking time out of the holiday to be here as well.
Hello, thank you as well.
All right, so let's just get your general assessment of the agricultural transformation agenda. That's
in Nigeria.
Yes, what we have right now.
Well, the federal government is really trying to do its best to be able to put things back on track. But all the same, I think they still have much to do. In terms of, modernizing our Greek and getting things back on track. You recollect that later into 60s, we used to have pyramids of groundnut in the north. They used proceeds from cocoa to build University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, Cocoa House, to even industrialize what we now have as Lagos State, which is now the hub, the commercial hub of the nation.
But are we on track to achieving what we previously lost?
I'm not too sure. I think there's still much to be done before that one could be done, before we could achieve that. And for example, now you have a lot of youths still, migrating back to the city, looking for the job that is not there. Every time you talk about unemployment, something, you have national service or the like. We should take cue from other nations. For example, I'm of the opinion that they will have looked into modernizing like NYSC to now engage the youth and make them to become interested in our Greek. Though in the paper, we have been reading so a lot of things, but in actual practice, are we getting results?
Well, you know that very recently, the president actually launched the Youth Empowerment for Agriculture, the YIP program. So it's supposed to encourage young people to participate in agriculture. And part of the program is supposed to, apart from giving finance, it's supposed to also give them some form of mentorship to encourage them to actively participate in the sector. So don't you think all of this, in the long run, maybe in the short to medium term, will actually improve the youth's perception of what the agriculture sector should be like?
Thank you for that. But fortunately, you belong to the journalist book and something. You have been traveling to the entire country, and you're able to really say, is he getting the results? Because the perspective of the youth is to make quick money. And a Greek, you don't have that kind of money coming in quick position. It's not that. So the orientation of the youth have to be changed. And it can't change until when the orientation of the whole nation, the value, the societal value of the nations have to change. And it's only that can get results from the thing.
Okay. So much has been said about agriculture. There have been issues of infrastructure, issues of financing, research, and all the rest. Okay. But today, I want us to focus our conversation on another seemingly disturbing trend that might happen anytime soon. And I'm talking about climate change. It's a challenge to everybody. And now the World Bank has said in a very recent report over the weekend, said that drought may hit some parts of Africa, including Nigeria, between now and 2015-2018. Should we be worried about this?
We should be. He has been around for long, but it may come to the head. That's what, most probably, that is what they are just drawing our attention to. In the past, you used to have 2 clear seasons. Whenever you are, for maize, you used to have 2 clear seasons: the raining maize and the dry season maize. But now, it has been so locked together that you can no longer distinguish the two. Something around July, you will have got your rainy maize cropped and be able to really produce feed for the people. And by August 15, you will have been able to really plant the dry season one. But these days, you discover that people will plant over and all over again. They have to really replow what they have planted because rain may not just come. And we have been used to the traditional way of really farming. Until of recent, when the elites are now retiring into farming, at least they are able to really modernize farming or something. For example, the maize that we have right on my farm now is already matured, that we are only waiting for rain to come a little down, then we can crop it. And if rain refuses to come down, we can still go ahead, but it's going to cost a little more rather than allow nature to dry it up.
Okay, so now we've been having some huge amount of rainfall. At least we had most of it for this year, and then even last year we had floods.
Yes.
So when we have such a huge amount of rainfall, why are we still scared about a possible drought?
Fine. It's like somebody want to give you the food you take for 1 week and say you have to take it in a single meal. Can it be healthy? A food that was supposed to serve you for the entire week and say you have to take this food just now. So whenever you are having that kind of downpour, it's not healthy for the plants. It's not healthy. Rather than being helpful, it's going to destroy.
But when that rain comes like that, is there any form of storage? You know, for at least like farmers actually have any form of storage to use it for later at least.
No, you don't even have to go that way. For example, if you are paid visit to Israel, you will discover that they modernize the way they even do down cropping. They allow a sort of, what we call fadama here, they allow a sort of small pipes with nozzles, to be given the desired amount of water to their plants regularly, because it is a serious luxury to the extent that they even import water sometimes to the country. You can really see. Yet they still export out of what they have. And we have been to a lot of other countries. I'll just take an example of Israel. Okay. A good number, if you have been to South Africa as well, you see the same thing. So all what is required for government is to really encourage people, real encouragement now, to be in farming.
Okay. Now you mentioned that right now you have some maize crops ready for harvesting. Yes. Those were planted in the dry season.
Yes,
so
it was planted early August.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily need so much water for it to as in right now, for it to be harvested.
Yes.
In the eventuality that we have a drought here in Nigeria, what could happen to food prices?
I only pray it doesn't happen. If it does, that could be very serious. Already we have on our hands, now Boko Haram, insecurity everywhere. If you now have food crisis on top of it, already we have it. But if you have now to come to the peak, the level of insecurity in the country can be so, serious. Could be so very serious.